Please join us in taking a close look at one of the many projects supported by the NACDL Foundation that are changing lives and correcting injustice.
He got to go home and be home before Christmas. And that's amazing. Like, what more could you ask for? That was one of the best phone calls I've ever gotten to make. I got to call him and tell him that he was going home. I think I said before, like, you can't buy that experience. That was an amazing experience. This being involved in this project brought some of the greatest joys. And I developed a friendship and a bond with these two people. And I never expected that to happen. He always said that we were the best and that, without us, it wouldn't have happened. And sure, we filed the documents, but I mean, I think Calvin got himself home. He's just the person that he was, and what he tried to give back. I think that's what got him home.
My name is Karen Wright Hodge, and I'm Calvin's twin sister. And when Jess called me and told me that my twin brother was coming home, I just started jumping all around, screaming and yelling like, yes, thank you, God. Man, it was so amazing to have him home after he was gone 28 years. And all my family members, we all got together and greeted him. I even met him halfway. I met him in Virginia to pick him up so he wouldn't have to catch that bus all the way to DC. And I jumped out that car and I just jumped on him and hugged him and kissed him like, I am so glad you home. I said, Jess was the best. And for him to come home for 4 months and pass away like that, that tore me apart. And I just want to thank Jess and her team for all they did. I actually love her for that. I love her, and she's the best.
I called and my wife told me that Kevin had reached out to her and told her that they could take my case. So that really brightened my day that day. So I encourage other attorneys to help because, you got so many people in the world judging people that's incarcerated. And they really don't know our stories. You know what I mean? Just by looking at our records, they judge us off our records and the color of our skin, which isn't right. But, you give people a chance, and by them helping me and seeing that it went through and I was able to get out 4 days before Christmas and I had been gone almost 7 years. So it just felt unbelievable to see my mom and my wife. I just thank y'all for just not judging me just by my record and giving me a chance to show others that it is possible.
I thought it was a great experience. You actually could see results that you were making in the lives of other people around you, which isn't always the case practicing commercial and employment litigation.
This is really something that I'll never forget. Helping someone, I emphasize that there's not too many times you get to change someone's life, and actually it's just not Ken Johns, it's this entire family. And having that opportunity to do it, it's the greatest thing I've done with my legal degree so far. And if I have the opportunity and the time to do it, I would certainly do it again. Giving back is an important thing, especially as lawyers. Without us helping, many in the world, as Ken John mentioned, are treated unfairly, and oftentimes they need representation that is few and far between. And again, I push on other lawyers, I guess, and non-lawyers as well too, volunteering, because people deserve a second chance, and there's a lot of people out there who need help.
From a pro bono attorney's perspective, it is the gold mine. And there were all these there's some really complicated procedural issues that you kind of need to work through step by step. And, the resources that were provided, and in particular, where those weren't quite enough, the ability to reach out further to some of the NACDL staff like Elizabeth were really, really incredible, and, kind of helped us navigate a very complicated process in a very easy way. So everything was online and super easy to use.
There are a lot of sick people that I was incarcerated with that do fit the criteria for compassionate release. And I was telling Stephen it was really difficult. As happy and excited as I was to be going home to my family, it was also hard to see the other people that kind of fell through the cracks, that are very sick and very prone to COVID. So this kind of thing with a clearinghouse or reaching out to different law firms and attorneys to help people, I think is awesome. I think that's like the greatest. Whether you're paid for it or not, it's like you said, giving someone their freedom back and keeping them out of harm. I don't think there's anything better than that you could do.
What it's meant to me to be free initially was like a dream. The vast majority of the preparation that I made while I was in there, as far as educating myself and making a mental migration, even before I was free. So once freedom came, I hit the ground running. I secured a few jobs. One of the jobs has been very instrumental in being able to meet people and share my story with them. That one of those jobs is with Uber. Driving college kids around and sharing my story with them. Some of them don't even want to get out the car. They want to talk to me more and congratulate me. And I try to motivate them to do the right thing, because I was them once. I was young and had a lot of hot blood in my veins, and I made some sporadic decisions. So I encourage them not to do that. Currently, I'm enrolled through Uber through Earned Admissions Program at Arizona State University, and I'm in hopes of me becoming a lawyer one day. Right now, I own a concierge business here in Tallahassee, Florida, Big Ben LLC Concierge Services. So I get a chance to do a lot with the community. I'm a sponsor of a golf club here. I try to be as involved as I can in the community, rather than just sit back and complain about what the world doesn't do, should do. I try to get involved and get my hands dirty, and Ms. Walsh has been a great inspiration.
I've been a long-time member of NACDL, and I was thrilled to be a part of one of the initial Return to Freedom projects, the Clemency 2014 project, where I met countless deserving individuals and was able to assist several in regaining their freedom through NACDL. I never would have been able to do it on my own without the support, the expertise, the cheerleading, and the camaraderie that NACDL afforded me as a lawyer on a pro bono project. And the rewards continue to this day with friendships that I have made and with the great satisfaction I have seen the clemency awardees blossom and go forth with their new lives and their newfound freedom. It would never be possible without the Return to Freedom Project. And I am counted among my lucky stars to have been a part of it. What I'd like to remind others, my fellow defense lawyers, is that the idea person and the inspiration is a big part of being a criminal defense lawyer. But what we know in the trenches is rolling up your sleeves and doing it, breaking the sweat, and making change happen is where the real satisfaction comes in. That's where I've gained my satisfaction partaking in this project. Although it's not always a laugh a minute, it is work. It is the most rewarding professional work I have ever done.